My name is Ryan Van Woerkom, and I'm a model designer at the LEGO Group, and I had the pleasure of working on this LEGO Disney Castle. The LEGO Disney Castle is, of course, a massive homage to all of the Disney films, and it's a model that has 4,837 pieces, so it was quite the challenge and joy to design. We learned as we were designing it that there's been heaps of castles that are shown at the opening to Disney films over the years. So this kind of represents all of them. The architecture is, of course, based off of Cinderella's castle in Walt Disney World, but with cues from the cinematic opening of the Disney films. As you enter the Disney Castle, you go through the gates and you first enter the ballroom. You can place all of your 8 princes and princesses and pose them, and you can place 2 of them in the center of the ballroom where there's a rotating gear where they can dance. And then as you go up, there is a dining room and a kitchen with lots of references to one of my childhood favorite films, which is Beauty and the Beast. I've spent a lot of time rewatching clips of it to make sure we got all the details right of the Be Our Guest dining table and the cabinet with Mrs. Potts and Chip and all those things. And then you've got a study that features references to a couple different films. There's a little more Beauty and the Beast with the Enchanted Rose and Library, and then the Magic Lamp from Aladdin and the Magic Carpet. And then there's also fireplace hearth with the mural that Rapunzel's painted above it. We had talked about lots of different ways we could do fireworks, if we wanted a function that made them shoot, or if we wanted something that would actually light up. But as we explored different options, we realized what might look the best is to have brick-built fireworks that look like they are constantly exploding. So you always have that iconic image that you see in the opening of Disney films where the fireworks have just gone off and you're sort of flying through them. We wanted to add a few little magical moments throughout the set. So one, of course, is that rotating dance floor in the center of the ballroom where you can place figures and spin them around to simulate your magical ballroom scenes. The other that we included was from Sleeping Beauty, where Aurora was magically led by Maleficent and pulled along by these floating green orbs in the fireplace. And so we added this floating green orb, and we made the fireplace rotate around to reveal the cursed spinning wheel.
Hello, I'm Nikki Hartomo.
And I'm Crystal Fontan.
We're both senior graphic designer who works in LEGO Disney Castle. So in the set, there are Snow White, the Prince Tiana, and Prince Navi.
And Cinderella, Prince Charming, Rapunzel, and Flynn Rider. All the minifigures in the set are new except Tiana, who could be found in the minifigure collectible series. Cinderella has her magical blue gown with a brand new headpiece that was exclusively made for this set. Snow White has her iconic blue dress with printed arms and a new collar textile.
And Flynn Rider has a new vest, a new skin tone, and we added a satchel as his accessory.
Tiana is wearing her green ball gown that appears at the end of the film. We also created a new headpiece which you can attach a crown to.
Many fans will be familiar with the LEGO Disney Castle from 2016. And this castle kind of had an interesting story about how it came about, because as we were looking at all the opportunities for sets we could build to celebrate 100 years of Disney, we realized the centerpiece really had to be a Disney castle. So a lot of things are similar about it. There's a lot of aspects of the architecture that are the same, but we've tried to create a new build experience and improve upon aspects of the old castle, because we also have a lot of new elements that didn't exist then that allow us to do some really cool build techniques. One thing that you may notice about the castle is it has quite the vibrant color change. Cinderella's castle received a big upgrade with lots of new gold detailing and more vibrant colors, and this LEGO Disney Castle echoes those changes. And so I think fans will be excited to see a lot of those new recolors in really, really large quantities, like the sand blue masonry brick and the light nougat masonry brick, and then just tons and tons of gold. More gold than you would ever need.
There are 5 printed pieces in this set. We have a wall element with a golded printed lattice, a 1x3 gray tile with a narrow slit, 2x2 tile with a sketch of Mickey. The 2x2 printed tile with the Disney crest goes in front of the castle above the door. and a 1x2 tile with Cinderella's glass slipper, which is placed on the top of the tower on top of a pillow. When we were researching the Cinderella castle, we noticed that there was some murals that are made with shiny tiles. So we wanted to try to bring that magic into our set, and we created these murals of the 4 princesses. We have one mural with Cinderella with her glass slipper, her pumpkin carriage, and the castle in the background. In Tiana's mural, we wanted to set the scene that she was in Louisiana in the bayous. So we added some lily pads and a frog that may or may not be Prince Naveen. In Rapunzel's mural, we wanted to bring her artistry. So she's holding a brush, and we put Pascal in there. And then for Snow White's mural, we added the cottage in the background, the well that's in the beginning of the movie, and she's singing to the birds like she does in one of the scenes.
We also created Aladdin's magic carpet, and we also have a Disney crest for the flag.
We also created a sticker for the Evil Queen's mirror from Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
We realized we needed to do something really special to commemorate 100 years of Disney. And so we had this opportunity. There was a little open spot in one of the low towers on the keep, and it was a perfect compartment to put little references to Disney. So we came up with 3 little iconic references. One is the wand of the fairy godmother in Cinderella, and we have a beautiful 2x2 print of Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie, and a brick-built camera that represents one of the first film cameras used by the Walt Disney Company. One thing that was really fun was experimenting with different builds for the golden chandelier that hangs above the ballroom. One inspiration that came was I had already designed the fireworks, and the fireworks were built around a snowflake piece. And I realized if I just recolor the snowflake piece into gold, it could be a really nice base structure to build the chandelier. Another thing that I spent far too much time on was working on the build for The Sword in the Stone, which is a very obscure reference, but one of my childhood favorite films, so I had to have it in there. And it was really important to me that the sword can be removed, because I wanted that kind of magical moment of the builder removing the sword from the stone and becoming king.
My favorite part of this set are the murals, because not only were they fun to create, but also when you place the minifigures onto the function where they're dancing, the reflection of the murals create like a magical moment.
So my favorite part of the set is actually the Snow White figure, is because if you turn the head, then you can see that she's sleeping. So that's really fun. Little Easter egg.
My favorite part of this set is the dining room that's chock full of details from Beauty and the Beast, because it's such an important film for me as a kid.
I think the castle is amazing. It's grandiose with its fireworks.
And it really captures the magic of Disney Castle. Very magical.